is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Carolina Panthers.
To kick off for the Buccaneers.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Ready up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Drill, 50, ready?
They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Ready.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8.
Black shot. Here we go. Set. Ready.
Young will set to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
On the
An
set.
early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Set. Hunt. 60 red. 60 red. Ready.
Now here's Young. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away.
For Carolina.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Real. Hey, whistle alert. 180. Start.
They'll start on the ground with Irvin. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
180.
Mayfield going to switch things up here.
What's that?
2nd and 11. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
Yep, 180. Set.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
180. Alert, alert. Check alert, alert. Oh, no. Crunch. Crunch. What's up?
Mayfield to throw it. Finding Otten once more. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend, and usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His second catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found, and one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space and understanding where defenders are.
Yeah, we talk all the time, Charles, that it kind of gets cliche about the hands that he has, but really it's the truth. For a tight end, some of the best hands in the game.
180. Hey,
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Baker going to give it to him. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Set. 20. Run, run, run. What's up?
Now Mayfield. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Mayfield's pass intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
Hey.
Now again, it's Hubbard going left. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Third and 2.
Here we go. Hut, hut.
Young. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The Panthers had 5 and 9 on the year. And they were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game.
Here we go.
And I think if they can carry
Yellow,
that over to this
43.
week, they've got a really good chance to emerge
Ready?
victorious yet again.
And his throw is incomplete. When you look at his defense, they're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him.
Ready, ready.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Ready.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Ready, set.
Young to throw it. That's over the middle to his tight end, Sanders. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. On the return, Johnson. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge. No doubt they're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
Godwin, the motion man. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
180!
The slot man in motion right.
Scott!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Set! 180! Alert, alert! Alert! Hey, alert, alert! Alert, alert! Start!
Throwing, Mayfield. Right back to Chris Godwin. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Back! What's that?
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
180!
regular.
Now Baker going to change it up.
Kings. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Run. 180. Real.
Looks like they'll move things around here.
Point it right.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Good. 20. Up. Alert.
Mayfield looks to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
A gain of 11.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. So the completion good for just 3.
A 3-yard pickup.
And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
2nd and 7.
Slide through. Set.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Ready.
Looking to throw. Young. Got him in, and that's legal. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run 1st down with Hubbard. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's 2nd and 3. Right back to Hubbard. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Set. Hunt. Ready.
They go play action. Young. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
They'll toss this right side to Hubbard. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 43. Set.
Now Young. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 21. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Again, running right, it's Hubbard. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Young to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
60 red.
Now Young. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Black four. Hey, red. Hut, hut.
Here's Brooks. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Set. Black, 95. Ready? Go.
Throwing, Young. To the left side is got McMillan. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
Go. Ready?
Young takes it on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Bryce Young in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Sam Martin set to
Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
It's a gain of 18. And a first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mayfield. Out loud, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Buccaneer first down.
Baker changing the play at the line. Now Evans in motion left. Here's Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
29-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Slot man moves right. Mayfield now. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Fitzgerald now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 13-0.
Panthers 14. Buccaneers nothing. Sam Martin.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
To throw, Mayfield. Open man is Aruka. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Real.
Mayfield to throw it this time. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in a touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Here we go. Ready?
The play fake. Now Young. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Ready. Set. Go.
To throw, Young. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set. 52 blaster. Ready?
Young to throw it. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. A turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
The coverage by Benjamin
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Set. Hunt. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Ready.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Set. Ready. 45. White. Hut.
It'll be Young again. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Johnson on the return. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Alert, alert!
And Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Mayfield going to switch things up here. 2nd and 1. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice team play. And sometimes it can break big.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll audible to something else. They stay on the ground with White. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's good for a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
180. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! What's up?
Throwing, Mayfield. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Buccaneers.
180! Real. What's up?
Mayfield to throw it. He'll get that out to the flat to White. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
What's up?
Now back to the ground game with White. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The Bucs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Point it right. What's up?
Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
He certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
180!
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
What's up?
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, alert 33.
And 7 at the 17-yard line.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
Scott.
They'll run the draw with Irvin. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3rd and 3.
Run. King.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Hey, alert!
Irving is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Panthers 14, Buccaneers 7. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Okay, ready?
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Red.
Their
Here we go.
lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
Hut.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. On it's Fitzgerald now for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Panthers 21, Buccaneers 7. Sam Martin set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
In fact, it's just about worse in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Mayfield looks to throw. Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. So 5 yards here. 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Now Baker going to change it up. Mayfield from the gun on third down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panthers sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
180. Regular.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Set.
Young going to give the pass. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second and 9.
Set. Hut.
They'll run the draw with Brooks. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They give up the middle, Hubbard. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. And it's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
180! Up, check,
Going right side is White. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. On 2nd and 15 now. Mayfield. In the middle, and he's got a Ibuka. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Hey, alert!
short. They'll try and pick it up through the air. Evans has it left side. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Mayfield. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Baker changing the play at the line.
Regular.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
We'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Carolina, the win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.